Hey Airsofters, it's Mopey here. Today, I have a very special video for you. I want to show you how a gearbox works.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
So if you guys don't know, this is the Ugly Duckling build. I thought we would just use this as a reference, just so we kind of know what we're doing, what we're looking at, and how we'll actually be modifying this thing. So in an AEG, you'll have only three main components. The first is this inner barrel right here. The second is this Hopup Unit, which is this black thing, right? And the third is this gearbox. Now I know this thing looks intimidating, like there's a lot of components going on, but actually there's not really. It's just kind of a few springs actually. So I think it's important just to identify what we're actually looking at so we know how it functions. So looking at this right now, we don't know how to piece this together, do we? But if we kind of just lay this out, it does make sense. So if I were to just set this right here, set this like that, now you can kind of see how it like sits in there, right? You can see that the motor comes into this grip right here. It's also very important to note that this is an older gearbox, so this isn't up to date. But this still has the same concept of normal like AEG and gearboxes that you'll see in Airsoft replicas. So here is a high cap mag. You can hear that's high cap because of that. It has this winding rod here. Just like real steel, the magazine goes into the mag well, right? Sits in there like so. Comes out also like so. And if we apply the same concept to this, then you'll kind of see how it works actually. So if we just put this right here, you can see that at that lip right there, right where this orange nozzle is right here, you can see that that's where the BBs sit in there. So actually, this magazine's gonna sit like this, right? You can kind of, let me just push this out of the way. You can see that this is basically how it'll look, right? This is under pressure right here, and the BBs will come out of this right here and just sit right up in that lip and wait for its turn to fire. And whenever, I don't know if you guys shot an airsoft gun. I mean, this is an airsoft channel, so hopefully, you know, you guys shot an airsoft gun. The BBs will fall out, and that's because it's just that area. There's nothing pushing it in there except for the spring in this magazine. Also, a way to release every BB is to pull down on this little black knob right here. So, yeah. Alright, so I think we should work backwards so we understand how this kind of works. Most commonly, BBs are 6 millimeters wide, and this is a 6.03 millimeter threading. You can see that it's just straight through, right? There are different inner barrels that are very important. You'll learn, hopefully, if you ever get into airsoft, you'll learn down the way, that have patches all about backspin. So what is backspin, right? This Hopup Unit will actually teach us what that is. So a Hopup Unit, what it does, it creates a backspin. So if you were to hold this BB, right, if you were to basically pinch it, right, it shoots that way. And so that's kind of the same concept going on here, right? It creates a lip at the top to press down, and then there's pressure that builds up in here to shoot that BB back. So it comes back and it creates air to push through here, and that's what shoots the BB, and this controls how it fires. So whenever you see that BB, if the Hopup is adjusted all the way up, so we're gonna rotate right for up, then you will see this BB come out and go up. It's going to come out and go up. And you're like, what? That doesn't sound real. It is, trust me. You can only see it for yourself. And if you go all the way down, and this BB, or if you go all the way left, then this BB will go down. So it's gonna come out here and just go down. And so you want to kind of just find the sweet spot in here, and it takes some testing, and it comes out and it shoots straight. So a lot of times you'll hear, oh yeah, you just need to adjust your hop up, that's why you're not hitting anything. So most hop up units, I think there's 3 main hop up units. I can't remember the one of them. I know that there's R hop and there is standard. So I think this is a standard hop up unit. So whenever this BB comes up from that magazine sits about right here, right? This BB is gonna come up in there. It's just gonna sit right there, and then it's gonna fire. That's a lot of times where you'll see jamming. So if you have bad bucking, which is actually right here in between holding this inner barrel and hop up unit together, you'll see a lot of it like wear out sometimes, and it gets jammed right up in there. So that's a lot of like the most common like airsoft problems, and it's actually the easiest one to fix as well. It's actually very easy to adjust your hop up too. So whenever you're looking at this, right, all you do is pull the charging handle back, and there it is. You can see it right in there. All you need to do is just move it, and that is how you adjust your hop up and down. And that's literally the same thing as that. Alright guys, so now the moment we've been waiting for. This is the gearbox, okay? So the gearbox is a little scary whenever you look at it, but it's honestly not. Whenever you're looking at this airsoft gun, you'll see that there's a select fire, right? And so that's actually what this plate is right here. So this will just push forward, push back, and this is just how you engage and disengage safety, full auto, and semi-auto. So what happens is you pull this trigger, right? Let's go from this side, you can see it better. Pull this trigger, and it sends an electrical current all the way down to this motor. And so this motor is like, oh hey, this trigger's being pulled, so now it's gonna rotate. It's on a head. It's gonna rotate this axle, which rotates this axle, which is gonna then rotate this head, which will move this orange plate. It'll move it back along with the cylinder and fire it forward. So to get a closer look at this, we're here, all right? So it rotates these. It's gonna rotate that. And so this one actually has a lip. You can kind of see that where that orange is, you can see that the head is actually bigger right here than it is on the other ones, and that's because this is going to go all the way back. It's going to rotate, and whenever it runs out of that lip right there, it's going to shoot that forward, and that's what creates that initial shot. And all that pressure builds up in this cylinder right here, and it's spring based, so it's going to come back and then slam forward and send that BB coming out for that nozzle and hop up meat. Actually that's all it does. It's pretty simple to understand, and I think the most frightening is just how much springs are actually in this thing. So just be careful, especially if you're trying to open up your gearbox for the first time. It'll override all your warranty for any airsoft gun ever if you open it up yourself or if you take it in for someone. If you're having trouble with airsoft guns and you're not confident, with what it is, then please send it back. Don't crack it open and think you can do it. It's better to save $250 and spend $250, right? And just so you guys can see, this is what's gonna look like inside of that airsoft gun. So you're gonna have your battery actually in this stock back here, and the wiring is gonna go through this buffer tube into all the gearbox stuff out the barrel. So now, for demonstration purposes, I'm going to show you how this works. Alright guys, so this is an old gearbox like I said, but I'm using an 11.1 voltage Titan battery. So the higher the voltage, the faster that you're going to have a trigger response. It's also very important to note that that's not always a good thing. If you push it too fast and you have cheap parts, or it's not supposed to go that speed, then it will end up actually damaging your internal stuff, and it'll cause it to wear off a lot faster than you would like to. So a lot of times retailers will have in their description what voltage they prefer you to use their airsoft guns with. So that's another important factor you want to look at whenever you're buying an airsoft gun and such. I think a 7.4 voltage battery will do just fine for any airsoft gun. So it's a very important note. 11.1, that's the max you want to go on any airsoft replica ever. So just remember that, guys, and just be smart. So I'm here, right? I'm gonna pull this trigger, and we're gonna walk it again, okay? So I'm gonna pull this trigger. It's gonna send that current down into this motor, which is gonna spin this axle, spin this axle, spin this, and pull that orange part back along with this head, and it's gonna shoot forward and create that air to shoot that BB out. So here we're gonna just show it off. Make sure that I'm in semi. All right, ready? It's gonna be quick, so we gotta watch it. So you can see there that these axles are spinning and that orange part's coming back and shooting that head forward, right? So if we switch it to full auto, you can see how that kind of works, right? So this is for demonstration purposes only, and I don't want to condone the use of this idea for anyone. I don't know if this is safe or not, so if I'm saying that, then that means you guys should probably not do it. If you guys have any questions about airsoft or replicas, do not be afraid to ask me, and I will always help you guys to the best of my knowledge. Like I said, I'm learning as well as long as you guys. So what you guys are learning is what I'm learning. Yeah, I just want you guys to be safe. I also want to take time to appreciate you guys as a community. We have grown so far, so fast in just a few amount of time, and it really makes me happy and proud of what we can do in the future. I know that we are a small community, but we are also a strong community. And I couldn't ask for more, you know. You guys, I put out so much, and what you guys give to me is what I give back to you guys. So every single sub, every single like, it matters, and it counts towards my goal of reaching everyone for airsoft. So I just want you guys to know that every contribution, every like, every sub, every comment even, that gets me a step closer to my ambitions of, teaching everyone about airsoft. So yeah, guys, there's that. I just wanted to clear that out of the way, and I just want to appreciate you guys, especially with your support. So yeah, like I said, make sure you like and follow. I mean, yeah, and just keep it real, guys. So take care, guys.